Furu Park. I know I must be butchering the way you say it. However, I played this awful game for you, so I think you can give me just the slightest bit of slack. I'm sure all you anime nerds out there are going to be offended by the fact that you think I don't get this game. Well, that's where you're wrong. I get it that it's one of these quirky, gay-tastic Japanese games that seem to come out from time to time. This is just one of the first times I've ever seen it on a Wii platform, and hopefully the last. Before we get into the review, let's look at the front of the box. There were only two Taito classics that I saw, Bubble Bobble and Arkanoid. The rest were half-thought-out distractions of a game. Play Magazine gave this 8 out of 10? First off, when you're boasting an accomplishment on your box, they must have been really desperate to find a good review of this game if they had to go for one that's 8 out of 10. Secondly, I subscribe to Play Magazine. At least I did until this review. I looked. I couldn't find the review for Play Magazine, but I have to assume the last lines are, for $19.99, we gave this game a pity 8. When I rented this game, I actually had a lot of hope for it. But all those hopes were dashed the second I booted it up and this screen popped up. Majesco! After their feeble attempt to make a DS port to the Wii with Cookie Mama, I knew this game couldn't be any good. However, to Majesco's credit, they almost did everything right this time around. The controls work well for most of the games, and the graphics were colorful and fun to look at. And the price of $19.99 was actually reasonable. They forgot one little detail though. Gameplay. It's beyond awful. Either the game is so easy it's boring, or it's so incredibly hard it's frustrating. I found very little middle ground. The controls are explained to you at the beginning of every game. It's clear and to the point. The two-player mode is okay at best. It soon became a contest of who was going to hit the button faster. Plus, look at this. Could this be any more gay? I'm not going to review every little mini-game. I'm only going to go over a few of them. Sushi Fever. You have to serve a bunch of piggish customers who for some reason can never have enough food. This game is hard because the colorful graphics make it hard to tell which one is which. You think you're giving them the right food, but they'll reject it because it's slightly different. Night Strike. This game had so much potential. It had two problems. One, the graphics were once again interfering with being able to see the action, since the enemy's fire blended in with the background. Second, there's too much enemy fire to dodge. Look at this. How am I supposed to dodge that? Hammer Throw. In this game, you have to throw 3 black men as far as you can. Nice. Not only is this game really gay, it's really racist. Now the one that pissed me off the most. Arkanoid. If you don't know what Arkanoid is, it's a game where you bounce a ball up to some blocks and use a platform to bounce it back to when it comes down. The problem with this game, other than the too small playing area, would be the controls. This is one of the games where Majesto screwed up massively. They use a very strange way of controlling your platform. Instead of using it flat like you would think, you have to turn it like a dial back and forth, so it makes it very hard to control. I'm not saying all the games were bad, I'm just saying most of the fun games are only entertaining once. Then you never want to play it again. For $19.99, this game is still a rip-off. It feels like it should be $4.99 with the purchase of a Whopper meal. In fact, I might put the Burger King games a little bit higher in class than this pile of crap. Majesto, once again you have failed.